Very good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Arunfoot. This is Anwar Chaudhary. It's a Friday evening. It's the 9th of August. And yeah, let's keep speaking about Indian football and all the happenings in it. The positives, the negatives, and whatever all there is. As I always say, maybe those of you are watching later on, like this video, share this video. Please do subscribe here to arunfoot if you share my thoughts, whatever I'm doing. So thank you for your support as always. And yeah, these are interesting days, interesting times. So therefore, hi Ripam, hi Sanskar, hi Blue, hi Waman, hi everyone, hi all of you guys, everyone else who's watching. And yeah, let's get back on talking Indian football and what's happening, what's on your mind. But before I continue, of course, a reminder: I have made a video earlier, rather late last night, and published it earlier today in regard to what's the realistic chance of Hyderabad FC, potentially playing or not playing the ISL less than a week's time, where they have to come back to FSDL and not only confirm but prove that they are capable and in a position to play this upcoming ISL season. So that's an interesting one. So therefore, watch the video. I've tried to explain it. Dilip is asking what's the latest update about Anwar saga. Dilip, tomorrow is the next round of hearings. It seems that both East Bengal and Delhi FC wanted a little bit of more time from the federation, not from the federation, sorry, from the PSC. I have to always correct myself. It's the Player Status Committee, which is, of course, an independent body. Uh, uh, you know, and that has not been granted. Tomorrow is the next round of hearings. Is it the final hearing? Not fully sure. I think there might be one or two more rounds. Told to me. So therefore, let's wait and see. Tomorrow, interesting day. Let's see if there is some sort of update or not on the case. And once it's out, we will know it all. Do you think any change happened in Indian football after this long year, or doing same thing again? Morally, there are certain things which are different. Certain things are still the same. Again, Indian football would most probably need a revolution for things to change for good, and I guess that's not happening tomorrow or day after. So therefore, yeah, things are, so that's the situation. FSA is trying to sort out the Hyderabad situation. I think FSA can save them. Looks a very slim chance. FSDL has been trying to help Hyderabad. I think the first help is that Hyderabad still has the opportunity to play ISL. I think that's the big help that they have been given by FSDL. The reality at the moment is it's not clear if they will be able to do what is needed. So therefore, that's the situation. That's the situation at the moment. And yeah, let's wait and see. Again, 15th of August is the cutoff date. I think FSDL also needs to plan the calendar, the match days, who's traveling, who's playing whom. And this is not something which you can drag till, let's say, the first week of September and then say, 7 days later, now we have a schedule, now we're going to do this. Maybe that's the way that the AIFF does its scheduling, but not FSDL, So, so let's see what happens. Hi, Suhas. Why Delhi needs to try to drag this case? I thought Moma would, but it's surprising. To me is the point is I think Delhi FC and East Bengal are realizing that they are in a tight spot. I think both sides are now realizing that they've done something wrong. I think there some understanding in that, or at least the legal people have advised them and they want a little more time. The PSC has clearly said you have to present your case tomorrow, and then there might be further hearings in the future. I am a little surprised, or I'm very surprised, that um, why not be honest for once in your life? Why these guys are not being honest? Both of you have done wrong. Just be honest. Maybe the PSC is going to be a little lenient with you. Now you're trying to play games, and again, if it's the same thing as with the medal of Pogat, right? You're now going to CAS and trying to change a rule which is there. If CAS comes and says, listen, the 100 grams is not a problem, I'll be very interested to see that, because then that potentially opens a Pandora's box, not only in wrestling, but it opens in judo, it opens in weightlifting and others, boxing. So that's the thing, right? Therefore, a lot of pressure is always created on these legal guys, and so therefore, let's see what happens. Tomorrow, if East Bengal DFC one more time again, will that be granted? Ripam, they have to present their case. And the case is they have to defend, so for me, let's wait and see. The PSC has said in the first hearing what I've said from day one. Nobody else has done that Anwar has done something wrong. Tomorrow normally would be the judgment in regard to saying, what's the fine? What's the potential suspension? What's the compensation for Mohun Bagan Supergiant? And then let's see if tomorrow they'll come down on Delhi FC. What happens on East Bengal? But I think at least on East Bengal, I think there will be at least another hearing, and then we'll see what happens. FSDL didn't save Pune City, and they also didn't save Delhi. Pune City became Hyderabad. The owners of Pune were at the time arrested. Suddenly there was a financial issue, and the current owner of Hyderabad came forward and took over the franchise. Delhi moved to Odisha with the help of the Odisha government. Yes, it was facilitated by FSDL, but in this case, Hyderabad has been searching for the last 3 years for an investor, and nothing has come. And even if you listen to a John Abram in his interview, the problem is to find an investor who's willing to actually bear these losses. These losses are growing by the second, and that's a huge, huge problem, I think, for everybody within the Indian football system, that the losses are growing by the second, by the minute, and therefore, let's wait and see who's going to come forward and who's going to sort this mess out. Srinidhi could replace Hyderabad FC. Mayank, not seeing that, not at the moment, and also about the future, Arnav, I don't see Srinidhi. I think Srinidhi will have to take the promotion route at the moment. I think they'll be happy with 12 teams. Namaskar, Shubhajit as well. Use of Neeraj in Pakistan medals win. Yeah, I mean, Nadeem, congratulations. Exceptional throw, to get such a thing. And Neeraj finishing second. Rarely an Indian athlete gets a medal at 2 Olympic Games. So therefore, for me, great performance. So therefore, let's see. Do you think our player not grounded enough in technical aspect? What's about physical? Do you see Thapa, Suresh, Apuria technical skills? What would you say by grounded? The technical aspects, these players are not as good as others in Asia. And physicality is a totally different question. I think we have problems in both of these areas. Mayank, East Bengal versus Altin Asir FC knockout ACL 2 qualifier coming soon. He's still not playing friendlies against tough opponents, instead playing in Durand Cup against army clubs. I think, Mike, there are two realities to this. One is, I think that due to the Durand being held amongst other things in Kolkata, East Bengal has to play it. That's one. And therefore, I have said that I feel that the Durand Cup needs to find another solution in regard to how the Durand Cup is going to be restructured maybe and played in a different way, so that also other ISL teams think that it's good for their first teams to play. So that's one. And yes, that ACL2 qualifier is a big one. And let's see how well prepared East Bengal will go into that match next week. As per Anwar, he's an East Bengal player, but is the whole fiasco isn't settled within us? Where would I'm going to play then, DFC or East Bengal? Ripam, at the moment, Anwar can say a lot. Delhi FC and East Bengal can also say a lot. The PSC has clearly said he's broken his contract. Period. Right? That's a confirmed thing. They don't want to come down heavily on him. I think someone or the other will go to FIFA after whatever happens now. So therefore, at the moment, Anwar Ali would be a suspended Mohun Bagan player, and the matter to be settled in August is a good thing. If he gets a ban, East Bengal get a ban. When and where, in normal case, Anwar Ali would not play for the next year for East Bengal. Either he'll sign next summer or he'll sign most probably in January 2026, if it goes by the rules. That's my understanding. So, that's it. See, even if either finally gets to play as FA, it shows the incompetence within FSA just to get them to play. Also, that they don't have more losses with FIFA and FC bans. I feel it's end for Hyderabad. Why does it show the incompetence within FSA? What's the job of the FSA? Is to run the league, right? They're still giving an opportunity to them, right? It's the job is the job of the franchise. So that's the reality, right? So this FSDL bashing or whatever, it's their fault. No, it's on the franchise. If a player commits any mistake in football, FIFA, it's outside football, can football body take action or no? Mullah, it depends on what he does. There are actions where football federations will take actions. Sometimes there are other things where they don't take actions. In a serious federation, Delhi FC will be fined. Anwar will be banned for at least 6 months. Mike, let's wait and see. As I said, if the right judgment doesn't come, what I think it should be, and I'm sure one or the other party will go to FIFA and then maybe even to CAS. Let's see how it plays out. Nadeem was fire. Sad to see some Indians are defaming him just because he's a Pakistani. People are really toxic on social media. Blue, that's the problem of these days, right? I mean, if you see how Neeraj's mother reacted, how Nadeem's mother reacted, that's class. And these other people who are toxic, it's just cheap. And there's no control, right? I mean, in the old days, I think half of the people would have been banned on Twitter on what they're posting at the moment. That's the real problem because nothing is happening. Your friend in football now is Bengal food and football gone mad. Remember, Casey used to be a same guy. Guardiola, what do you want me to say? I can't. Again, I can only speak to myself. Therefore, each one is the master of his or her destiny, and honesty is something which I bother about. If he or other people want to do what they're doing, let them do it. Now Pakistan is better ranked than us. Yeah, Blue, they've got a gold medal. That's the reality. Hyderabad is 2 more business than City. After more City, still Hyderabad starting to find West. Very sad for them. Reality, Sanskar. It's reality. Do you think fans often don't know exactly what happens in football because people say Indian football grows, they believe facts. Formulas don't know. I think fans know limited, on what really happens. So that's the true fact, in my opinion. And again, it's not just Indian football fans, but I think general football fans, for them to understand how things work and operate. Let's see. Has Ranjit Pujat become an East Bengal official? He tweeted today, says an East Bengal official. Shan, ask him. What would North Korea doing in their country? They also had gold medals, but we does not have. Very sad for us. Sanskar, ask the government, ask the IOA, ask the sport federations. It's not just the AIFF, right? That's the reality. The reality is most of these athletes who've gotten a medal, it's on them. It's despite of the system. If Fogart had won Olympic gold or silver, it would have been her, despite of the Indian government and despite of the Wrestling Federation. Do you think India UAE 6-0 loss with ego ended or Afghanistan Asia Cup? UAE loss was so long ago. I would have fired him then and there. But again, who is me? I think the Afghanistan games was it. With every ISL Cup facing loss every season, by you, who is the most sustainable club right now in ISL? I would think, if I look at how they're trying to manage their business, I would say the Blasters, but they're nowhere near. Yeah, I think the Blasters, so therefore that's the reality. If Anwar gets suspended, would he not be able to play for India either? Navneet, theoretically, if I understand it right, he's eligible to India. My question would be if he should be called up. And again, there needs to be a wider discussion on Anwar Ali and his health. I think that is another one which needs to happen at some stage. Hi, Manolo. Hi, sir. Why would Delhi FC need 2 more weeks? It means clear that they have not valid points in their case. Exactly understood, my friend. Very well understood. What happened to Red Bull Invest in India? Which club was that Red Bull Invest was interested in? What happens after that deal happens or is not going to go on that club? Sanskar, Red Bull never were interested to buy a franchise. They just did a youth partnership with FC Goa. It happened just before COVID, and due to COVID, it died down. Ranjit Bharat single-handedly destroyed Anwar's career till now. Let's see. I hope not, One of the main income sources to sell players abroad and make money, but ISL clubs do not bring quality coaches on youth level, at least as they make mandatory clubs to spend on youth. Uday, easy to say. We've had that discussion in season 1 as well, and clearly, but at the time, very difficult. People are not interested to spend on youth. A lot of people who are spending money want to see immediate success. What is East Bengal's actual team name? They're shown as Imami East Bengal in CFL and Durand as East Bengal FC in ISL. Ripam, so the official company is Imami East Bengal FC Private Limited. In the ISL, you're not allowed to have a corporate name involved. Therefore, also Round Glass Punjab became Punjab FC. So therefore, it is only East Bengal FC. Yeah, that is something, which is there, which is weird in a way, but again, that's how it currently works and operates. Do you think soft skill necessary in football or not? Yeah, if you ask me, very, very necessary. Sir, won't relegation put the onus on the ISL clubs to get the budgets right, or would they end up shutting down? Navneet, I think they shut down. If you start relegation, I think a lot of the ISL teams, the way they're structured, they're way too big. They're way too complex, and the I-League, it's different beast. So therefore, I think if you start relegation, you'll have teams disappearing. Mohun Bagan Super Giant deserve at least 10 crore according to remaining contract of Anwar. Now, let's wait and see. They're supposedly claiming around 20 crore. Let's see how much doesn't, ISL doesn't allow an investor name. No, Blue, it doesn't. GAFA U17 Championship happening would be perfect matches for India before AFC qualifiers. Yeah, but are they going to invite us? Let's see. Ranbir come to watch ISL matches and Mumbai City FC match, but Virat Kohli and others do not come to watch. Why? What is the reason? Sanskar, I wouldn't know. You would have to ask the Virat Kohli or other individuals. I know that Abhishek Bachchan, for example, comes and watches matches. John Abraham comes and watches matches, but why Virat Kohli doesn't come and watch matches? Again, he has a very busy schedule, so therefore that would be one reason. AIFF didn't approach CAFA for playing in U17 despite having MOU. What the AIFF is doing except politics. Blue, I think at the moment the AIFF is trying to work out how to survive. and that's something I think a lot of people are not realizing. The AIFF is in a very, very tricky scenario at the moment. So I hope the AIFF can sort out the house and set the house in order. Otherwise, there are very, very bad days coming from the All India Football Federation. So that's the reality, that I say that things are in a very, very dangerous situation for the AIFF. So therefore, for me, it's a lot of people see it as very easy, and therefore, yeah. Let's see. That's not easy. Not easy at all. So let's see what happens. What's the kind of coach strategy yesterday, according to you? Taposh, I did not watch the game, so therefore, for me, I can't say what strategy he used. I hear Delhi FC News Board wants some more days in Anwar case, and they're sure that tomorrow we'll get NOC. Is that logical? Ditturaj, the point here is they want more time, because I think they haven't found any more loopholes that they could try and attack the AIFF and Mohun Bagan most probably on. That would be my logic. I don't know, I might be wrong, but that would be my logic. But to me, it is very clear that Anwar, I mean, what's the reason to give him an NOC? And if he by any chance is given an NOC, Mohun Bagan would directly run to the FIFA Players Tribunal. So therefore, I don't know. Just heard that Juan Ferrando has been sacked by AIK Naka. Yeah. That's happened. He's not the first, not the last coach to be fired in Cyprus, but he's no longer, that's the reality. Is there any monopoly in football? No, Morali, I wouldn't say that. I want to salute John Abraham for what he's doing for Indian football, even after bearing his losses, building an academy. Is he building the academy? I've been hearing this for 5 years. Has he built the academy? I mean, I know John has been trying to get investors in. I mean, he's even spoken to me about investment. And it's great what he's done, what he's trying to do, but let's see how far he can take it. I see it as a big setback on Anwar's part. At his prime, he's sitting on bench and facing the situation. Arnab, all on his own, all his own fault. Nobody forced him to be there. We often are quite enough to play in abroad, but our player background holds them back, because most of them come from poor background, hold them back. Really, most of the players, not most, a lot of players, but maybe most players from around the world come from poor backgrounds. Football is, they call the poor man's game. So players from Africa, South America, other parts, Best ISL season for me was not in terms of quality, in terms of watch the game. See, there's two ways. If I want to look it from a football perspective, I would say last season was quite interesting from that perspective. But I would say from the overall packaging, and I was part of it, for me will be season 1. That was sensational, I would say. KFC best clubs in terms of sustainable agreement or not? They're working on it, but they're not a sustainable club. That would be mine. If any player approached you for trials in abroad, what would be your advice after Changte episode? Only I would say, are you serious? Want to do it? Are you realistic? Do you understand? Hard work, less money, this, that, everything. All the shebang that one needs to tell the players. And if he's still interested and he's honest and wants to do it, I'll see what I can do with the player. Right? So that's something which I do. Right, those of you who are watching, thanks for either coming back to arunfoot here on my YouTube channel, or if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are new, please subscribe. Those of you regulars, always do. Please please like this video, share this video, and let's grow the community. As I said, did a thing on Hyderabad earlier today, so do watch that. And also, I've been doing some other things. Anwar, of course, did it yesterday, and some other videos as well. So do keep watching arunfoot, and thanks for all your support. So in Nigeria, the ultimate strikers against partnership with European clubs, do you think it's a good idea for Indian Academy? Nishant, that Strikers Academy does these partnerships so that European clubs potentially have access to the players. In our market, where is the talent for our players to go to Europe? That's the question, and it's not there at the moment. Inter-Kashi will be favorites if they play to their potential. I like Arnab, certainly, Habas, Yoni Kauko, two champion guys. Let's see. Inter-Kashi have a job. Very good, very talented young Indians as well. So let's see. How much on average does an Arsenal club invest in a season, including all wages, stadium costs, etc.? Ripam, I would say 30, 35 to about 50, 60. Now it goes about 70, 80, the top teams. Yeah, that's what I would say. Do you think Renedy Singh got chance like Gurpreet? Do you think he would have been more developed player? Renedy, I think, is one of the best players of his generation. And I don't say this because we're very, very good friends. Renedy is technically, or was technically, a class apart from much better than what we see today. And yeah, I mean, even after the ISL in 2015 in March, we went to Sofia. CSK Sofia gave him a chance, and potentially even at that age they were willing, interested in him, but there were certain troubles within the club, so they didn't sign him in the end. But the quality is there. So therefore, this is a reality, and he had chances earlier to go abroad, but he didn't. And yeah, that's also true. Why Mumbai City FC has less fan base? Sanskar, I think they need to build it. It's not easy. In Mumbai, you've got a lot of options and you got entertainment. And Mumbai City is working on those things. I think they've done a good job over the last few years. So therefore, let's wait and see how Mumbai City can further build their fan base in the years to come. Cersei documentary of Victor Boniface. If he can become a football player, why can't our players? Nishant, because people are looking at Victor Boniface. We are playing some tournaments where our players are visible. Do you think anyone, after looking at our players at the Next Gen Cup, will say, you know what, I need to sign this player, I need to that sign player? When those players play, they get signed. And so that's the reality. Our players are at the moment sadly not good enough. And I find it funny because journalists ask questions. Oh, what do you think about our players? It's any coach, any opponent coach, or any even of the players who've come to India. I think Tom Aldred was asked this. Well, Tom Aldred will say, you know what, I've come here because I want to earn money and my teammates are rubbish. He's not going to say that. Right? Yeah. I generally don't think any Indian youngster would want to go abroad. They have to live by themselves, not be taken care of and paid pennies when compared to life in India. Sunil Chetri and Gurpreet are rare. Nothing agree, but Sunil and Gurpreet are not rare because Baichung tried it. Shubrata Pal tried it. Goramangi tried it. Even Sandesh tried it for 6 months. Renedy and I visited him. He was in Sofia for a few weeks. He tried it as well. So there have been others. But yes, what you say is very, very agreeable, Navneet. Our players in India are sadly pampered too much. Renedy has the best football intelligence I've seen in football. That's why he's a good coach for grassroots. Arnab, I think he's not only a good coach for grassroots. Yes, he's good for kids. So Renedy's always been very friendly with kids. He's got this charm and aura around him, that makes him very lovable. And on the other side, he understands his football. As you've seen, Classic Football Academy twice now, under 17 champions. Clearly, Renedy's handwriting written over it. You saw in that phase when he suddenly was head coach of East Bengal that East Bengal were a tough nut to crack with all their problems when he was there. BFC is now an assistant coach. Let's see. I wish him all the best. So therefore, yeah, let's see. Do you think there is any chance of Vinesh getting silver? Because if that happens, then Olympic Committee needs to give medal to many other athletes. Looks very unlikely. Blue, I think on one side, I want Vinesh Phogat to get the medal. Yes, because she's gone through a lot, but as you say, it would be unfair on other athletes, and I don't know if the IOC will open that door, because then the World Wrestling Federation needs to look at things, other things, yeah, I don't know. I would love to see it, but I think also on the other side, I think, as you say, it's not unfair. It's unfair on other athletes as well. There are a lot of sports, so to me, yeah, that's it. So how long this ISO model continue? I mean, is it not, if it's not sustainable, then why someone put money in it? Nishant, Indian football is not sustainable, right? It's not just the ISL. The I-League is not sustainable. The I-League 2 is not sustainable. I-League 3 is not sustainable. The local leagues, the NFL, the I-League were not sustainable before that. Indian football has never been sustainable. That's the reality. Which clubs has remains to sign all foreign players, all teams foreigners done? I think there are a few left. I know the Blasters have to still fill a slot. I think Punjab has a slot open. Yeah, rest we'll have to see and wait. Mohammed Sporting has officially not even announced one foreigner. So yeah, there are a few. Should Randy be considered for U17 job? At least he's better than Ishfaq. Manolo, I think under the current AIFF leadership, no one's going to appoint Randy as a India youth coach, under 17, under 20, under 23, or even, let's say, an assistant of the head coach. Don't see that happening. Do you think Brandon need to try abroad? I think he will have impact. Well, he tried, didn't happen, came back. Don't you think instead of one Northeast United, there should be at least 4 cities from different states of Northeast region? J Panda, interesting idea if I look at the I-League. But these teams will not be able to sustain in the ISL. None of them. So your best bet is Northeast United. Otherwise, you will not be able to. Again, the Manipuri clubs can't even sustain an I-League team given the reality in the state at the moment. If I look at Aizawl, Aizawl can't do it, and Shillong as well. So yeah, there's no likelihood. India lost to Germany. Surprised, or India should have done better? I think, as I said, I thought Germany was better, and I think Germany overall deserved to win. So yeah, that's the reality. Ishaq is also a good coach. I think he knows our limitations with players. Your opinion on that? Nishant, yes, Ishaq certainly knows that. But he said a few things in the recent past where I was a little shocked or surprised. So yeah, let's wait and see. So if East Bengal Delhi must submit the response tomorrow regarding us. Yeah. The response was supposed to be there 2-3 days ago, so that the PSC can have a read of it and then discuss it. Do you think even a player tried abroad, even if they fail, they return better? I think your thoughts. Murray, it depends on where you're going, where you're playing, how you're playing. But normally, if our players go abroad, yeah, it should be good for them. Don't you think that Punjab FC should play their home matches in Jalandhar or Chandigarh instead of Delhi? Jay, 100%. I mean, the reality is that they would love to have played their home games in Punjab. But the reality is that if you want to play in Punjab or in and around Chandigarh, you need the infrastructure, which Panchkula doesn't have with the stadium that you have in Panchkula. There is no stadium in Chandigarh or Mohali which could host a game, and Jalandhar and Ludhiana are just too far away. So therefore they're forced to play in there. That's the other reason, right? That's why a lot of teams, I think, would not be able to play ISL if they even would get promoted. I don't see an Aizawl FC or an Inok or a Trau if they hadn't gotten relegated, or a Shillong Lajong or a Real Kashmir. The infrastructure one would be the one they would fail. And I'm not even going to talk about the finances. 22 watching and only 3 likes. Come on, guys. Yes, Mayank. Yeah, please, as always, please like this video, share this video, and do subscribe to Arun Foot as well here on YouTube, other social medias. 1,440. Thank you very much for the new subscribers. And we have so far, how much do you have? 11 likes. Little low, guys. 31 yesterday, 33 the day before. We had also a few days ago 76, 77 likes. So please, if you're here, to like, to support. And yeah, another question. Someone was asking me actually, and I'll ask you guys what you think. Should I restrict the questions that can be asked to members of, or sort of say subscribers, not members, subscribers of Arun Foot? Just let me know what you guys think, because that's something that people have suggested to me. If not looked at it, we'll look at it over the weekend. Maybe I'll change it next week onwards. So, Mayank, thanks a lot. As always, like, share, subscribe. Thanks a lot. So what's the infrastructure difference between I-League and ISL? See, ISL has to have a certain stadium, infrastructure regarding media, dressing rooms, medical facilities, VVIP amenities, access of stadium, so those kind of basics. Can you fly in? Can you fly out? So to me, the infrastructure is so therefore it's a challenge. And the ISL, of course, looks at the money as well. You have to put a certain level of bank guarantee in the background, guarantee that you can fund it. That's why we've got this whole mess with Hyderabad at the moment. The Hyderabad most probably, amongst other things, has not put a bank guarantee forward. So these are realities, and I hope again it becomes easier. But as long as Reliance is organizing the league, I think they want a certain level, they want a certain standard, and that's the challenge that I think that the clubs have, if they can or if they can't fulfill them. As I say, that's the reality as of where we stand in the ISL. Sir, you ever meet movies? Kapadia sir, he said that these academies in India are just selling dreams to kids. Your opinion on that? Nishant, I've met Novi multiple times over the years. Great friend. Learned a lot from him about the history of Indian football. Sometimes we didn't agree on the path forward. I think Novi lived and saw a different Indian football. I've always said that the league structure has to be strong, and he still wanted that, that not only him, there's some other people as well who said, we need to keep that tournament culture which we have in India. So therefore for me, but the ones who are selling dreams that he was talking about are the pay-to-play models, like the Barca Academy, or now turning Real Madrid Academy, the Arsenal Academy, the Man United Soccer School, all those kind of things. And those academies are not even selling a dream. They're saying clearly, listen, you can come here, play a little football. If you're good, maybe something happens. If not, enjoy your time. That's the reality. So that's the reality. And and so on that front, he wasn't wrong. But again, sometimes there was the right understanding, I think, lacked in regard to, I was coming from a different angle, different tangent. I know that Novi was against the ISL while he was alive. I was for it. We've discussed it a number of times over over good food in Delhi. Yeah, that was one thing. Or I met him in Kolkata when he launched his book. So yeah, these are the things. Sir, is your YouTube channel monetized or so on? That's why I'm asked. Yes, it is. It has been monetized by YouTube, but yeah, support it more, get more people to watch it. Maybe um, some at least some of the side costs can be covered of that. Yeah, would be good, I guess. Okay. Any news on Mr. Bajaj's statement in a podcast regarding AIFF and if the contract fee was till 14, only 15 crores per his season fee without the inflation dimension taking into account? What my advice would be, Mayank, don't listen to his statements on the contract. I don't think he's ever seen the contract. He doesn't understand how the contract works. There was never a 15 plus 15 year. They have to renegotiate. At the time when FSTL came in, the AIFF was in dire straits. They had the Z Group as their partners. Z was not spending. Z was not doing broadcast. Inflation, yes, is something that we looked at, but the aim was that this 50 crores, which I said, is a base payment from FSDL to the AIFF. And if more money is generated, the AIFF would get a share of that money. I think that's the problem of this whole situation, that everyone thought that they could develop Indian football and make Indian football somewhat of a cash cow like Indian cricket. That's the real failure. And this is something that a lot of these people don't understand because, hey, I have something to say. Again, you're listening, you believe this crap these people actually say because you realize in other things that they don't understand football. And okay, take it. Live with it. How did Curious Harry meet your childhood friends? Murali, we've met online via Sports Kabri. Sports Kabri was our introduction, and through that we've become friends and do work together. I saw a guy from Kashmir got selected for FIFA academies claiming to be 2010. He's a full-grown beard and tall. Other players have gone through age check properly. I don't know if there is that question. I think that is being checked. I for myself didn't see, and so that's the reality. And let's see what the FIFA coaches say. I want to see more teams in ISL where actually football is popular, like the teams from Northeast State, Kashmir can be added in ISL. Jay Panda, I think the ISL needs to realize what it wants to do. If you want to grow, Kashmir is nice to have, but Kashmir will not bring you revenue. Northeast teams will not bring you revenue. So that's another reality that people need to wake up to. Do you think in past that would have done better compared to today? Yeah, TFA was doing a lot. Barca Academy are marketing. What about Japan? Around the world, the Barca academies are marketing. I would like to see you and Ashish Nega in your podcast. Thank you, Mali. Thank you. Do you long-term contracts curse or given to settled players? Good. I think there are different situations, Murali, in my opinion. Sorry. It's a curse and it's a problem on one side, but it gives clarity to on the other side to the player or to the club as well. So to me, the challenge is always, if you ask me, what makes more sense? For the players, long-term contracts make sense. But then when you see Anwar's contract, maybe long-term contracts might not be good and you should have done a 1 or 2 year contract. Hi, Uchud, but club shutting down seems to be a regular trend, whether ISL or I-League heard that Chhatrapati will be shutting down after the season. Achut, I've heard this as well. I've had someone speak in Goa and they said, no, it's not true. Churchill brothers have been talking about potentially shutting down, I don't know how many times the last 20 years I've heard it. So far, they've kept the club running. So therefore, they're again facing financial trouble. So therefore, let's wait and see what Churchill Brothers do in the end. But at the moment, Churchill Brothers are still there, and let's hope they stay. Rohit, no, we didn't like the AIFF. They don't do grassroots development, and they're killing the organic tournament and culture of old Indian clubs. Of course, Mohun East Bengal Mohun wasn't part of ISL then. Rohit, I ask you then the counter, and I asked this to Novi. If that's the argument, right? Grassroots football. Who was doing grassroots football 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Nobody. And what is an organic tournament? None of these tournaments are organic. You had teams playing 4 matches in 5 or 6 days and then moving on to another place playing. They were like a circus. And the Durand Cup this year proves the point that these tournaments are a circus. We have to go to a league format. When will people in India finally realize that you have to get out of this tournament mess and do proper leagues? Most important thing. That's the problem. We have a lack of knowledge and understanding what is good for our football. Sorry to say that, but that's the reality. So from what age should kids change from playing football in the evening to a structured academy working on technique meticulously? Navneet, again, it depends on what possibilities the kids have, right? There are academies around the world where you play in the evening 3 to 5 times a week. The quality of coaching sometimes is more important than, are they going to school? Are they not going to school? There's a lot of questions. So if FSDL leaves, what will happen to the franchises? Ripum, I don't know. The danger is there. I mean, I said, if you want to put relegation in, I think most of the teams were shut down. Did they ever put on the list of selected players for FIFA Academy for transparency, since there were rumors that Odisha was pressuring to keep some of their players? Mayank, they've not released a list. Most of the supposed players are from the Northeast. Odisha FA, you're saying, I think the Odisha government is rather saying, but I think there's a second program just for Odisha kids that they will be running in parallel. So yeah, because it's happening on Odisha. Can't they do the teeth analysis to when someone's age? Rohit, again, TW3 is the test that they say is the best. Yeah, that's what it is. Only if Anwar gets only a monetary sanction, it's contested by more of FIFA. Can he play until the FIFA verdict comes? Onindo, one has to look at a case-to-case basis what FIFA's tribunal says. Yeah, and then we'll have to also see what happens to Delhi FC and to East Bengal, because if they get suspensions, let's see. If Delhi and East Bengal are able to submit their replies, still PFC can give the punishment to them? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yeah, I know 4 games in 5 days is a circus. That's a funny comment. No, it's not a funny comment. There are a lot of people in Indian football who live in the old days where they thought things were better. India started its National Football League in 1996. 1996. Most of the world was already playing a local league for I don't know how many years. A national league, not a local league, a national league. Do you think AIFF can run ISL? I mean, they can't handle ego. How can they manage ISL? Nishant, if FSDL goes, there will be no ISL. That's the answer. Do you think Indonesia developed better because of PO players that having good structure? Moran, they're doing everything right. The sports minister is a former owner of Inter Milan, Eric Tahir. is someone who owned Inter Milan. He's now the sports minister. He's supporting it. He's making PIOs to come in. He's strengthening the league. The Indonesian league is better than us. In the past, cricket was Bollywood actor played football match. What does that tell me about that thing? See, Sanskar, the Bollywood actors have a team which practices and plays in Bandra, and they played against the cricket guys. So, and tried to raise money for a charity. So that's a good cause. You once said Indian Federation was better than Germany if it's a joke or serious. Mohun, there was a time a few years ago where the German Federation was going through a mess and they fired, within a short span of time, 2 presidents. And that time I thought the AIFF was more stable, yes. Sir, in AIFF FIFA Academy trial, most of the players are from Northeast. Do you think other states are concerned on this? Nishant, if Manipur and Mizoram are doing things right in their football, it's the fault of the others. The FIFA Academy can't be picking and saying, hey, I take 2 boys from here, I take 2 boys from here, I take the best players. Again, in sports, according to me, you can't have quota systems. The best needs to play. Way back in 1996-97, the FIFA was played over several months, like the FA Cup and other standard cup competition. There's just too much of explaining. Actually, I think it was in '98 where the Federation Cup was played. I think pan-India, and I think 60 teams took part, and you had to play across India and all that stuff. It was played through the season. These efforts have been made, but again, they've been given up. So East Bengal and Delhi FC lawyers have to pull an all-nighter for tomorrow. Ripam, no, they were supposed to give their feedback by yesterday. So whatever their feedback is supposedly gone. The national hockey team had some prominent players through history now who are from tribal community. Do you recall any national football players from the tribal communities? Is our scouting lacking? Scouting is a different topic, but we've had tribal players. I know that from the Sidi tribe, we have Jude Chidi, who was a goalkeeper, and there were other players as well. But don't ask me about names. I wouldn't be recalling it. Hi, Vikram. Are other sports like hockey playing good and people are watching and supporting them? 6 people watching semi-final match. But what about football? We never perform and always complain. Yeah, but Vikram, you have to also remember 6 crore were watching an Olympic hockey semi-final. How many people watch the World Cup? How many people watch in India hockey friendly? Despite the Olympic success, believe me, football still is a bigger sport than hockey. Was and is. I don't know the name of player, but some of our players went scout in Bayern. They were not scouted. They went for an international program at Bayern, so they were not scouted by Bayern. Also, is it true that Mohun Bagan plays now with the license of Mohun Bagan? You see, no, it's the other way around. Mohun Bagan Supergiant plays under the license of what originally was Athleto de Kolkata. That's the original. It's the other way around. That is the reality, right? Sorry. Yeah, those of you who haven't, please subscribe to arunfoot. Like this video. 1,400 more to get towards the 1,500. 15 likes so far, less than in the last few days, guys. I think we need to get a little more. So yeah. How does a club qualify for I-League 3? Utsav, you have to win your local league, or you have to be the best team in your local league outside of the ISL, I-League, and I-League 2. That's how you can play I-League 3. How do you want to Super Giants view? Sorry, Sanskar, didn't understand that. Could you rephrase it? Do you think people are interested in huge difference for sponsors? No. Geo Cinema has a view system like YouTube. It's 6 crore overall, a big views throughout, which is very low compared to IC World Cup view, which 30 for 1 month match at home. That's the thing. Olympic sports might interest people for 5 minutes, but does it really interest them for the rest of the year? Next 4 years? That's the problem. It's not an India problem. It's a global phenomenon, right? There's a lot of Olympic sports which are successful, which people watch. I tell you, what I've been watching, hockey, for example. I've watched a lot of hockey. I've watched basketball. I've watched, handball, of course, I've watched. I've watched a little bit of rowing, canoeing, football, of course. So, you watch. Or yesterday, I was watching climbing. Speed climbing. So you watch sports which you normally wouldn't view. So therefore, that's something which makes the Olympics sort of, in my opinion, at least stand out. Makes it very, very special. So that's why we are, where I like to watch the Olympics. So therefore, that's the thing. Means from franchise views. Okay, still haven't understood. Are you meaning how the owners? See, Mohun Bagan Supergiant is a cooperation between Mohun Bagan Athletic Club and the group owned by Sanjeev Goenka, and the end product is now Mohun Bagan Supergiant, which was ATK Mohun Bagan earlier. What is this local league? Is it the state league, district league, or city league? Utsav depends on where you are. In Goa, it will be the state league. In Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore, it will be the local league, city league. So it's different. But that's the highest league, so to say, right? There is no Maharashtra league. There is no Bengal league. There is no Karnataka league or something of that sort. We need a football serial to increase popularity, like Kunki Saas Bhi Kya Kabhi Bahu Thi. They can make Unki coach bhi kabhi player tha. Don't know. Cadence Supergiant is also investor name. How's it out? It's not an investor name. Supergiant is a how do you call it? It's an artificial name, no? It's not the company isn't called. Yes, there is a cricket franchise under Supergiants. So let's see. So nowadays companies are paying social media influencers for their marketing. Sorry. Sports media rights, no, because again, you've seen, I don't know if you've watched, some of these content creators have gone and watched ISL games, watched India. Has it had any impact on Indian football? Are there more people watching it because of that? No, because I don't know, in other areas it might have an impact. I don't think it has impact on sports. If there was so much of interest, sorry, if there was so much of interest, we would be doing this chat with, I don't know, few hundred, few thousand, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Do you think India is good in only few sports Olympic compared to other countries like Australia? They're decent across all games. The federation structure. India is not a multi-sports country. That's the summary, Morali. I actually, to me, I think I didn't understand your question really. So Sanskar, maybe you can word it better. You've used it on needing money to build youth academy Northeast. Utsav, he's been saying that for 10 years. I mean, I compliment John for keeping Northeast United alive. There were risks also a few years back that Northeast United might fold. And he's kept it alive, but he's been trying to build that academy. He wants to build it in Shillong. Now supposedly the government in Meghalaya said something. I'm also more confused now. Isn't Mohun Supergiant continuation Mohun Bagan AC football division? Ripam, no. Under whose license are they playing the ISL? Mohun Bagan AC, when they left the I League, were merged into Atletico de Kolkata. And Atletico, into ATK, ATK. That became ATK Mohun Bagan. And from ATK Mohun Bagan, it became Mohun Bagan Supergiant. Do you think major problem in sports is they have to fight amongst themselves, federation people, but in developed nation they get good backing? Mullah, I know you want to go back to that federation and problems and blah, blah, blah. I think it's also on the individual athletes, on the coaches. It's not just the federation. The federations are a problem, but the individual athletes, what about them? Juan, we're watching coaching. Okay. Since you were at Mumbai City, how much Ranbir Kapoor was involved in day-to-day operations? Utsav, honestly, nothing. Ranbir is an investor. He's not even if you think John, these guys are not there every day to try. They've got a job. He has to make movies. He now has a family to look after. Football is a 24/7 job, I always say. Yeah, he's just an investor. Juan gets sacked before the proper season begins just because he lost Europa qualified. Blue, if you see clubs in Cyprus, hire and fire coaches left, right, and center. So Juan is not the first. That's the reality of football in that part of the world. Huh? So Juan is gone before it's even started. Very tough on him, but reality of how things are. No, sir. I mean, broadcasting deals can reduce because now companies give money to social influencers for promotion of the products. Nah, I don't think so. Broadcasting deals for sports have nothing to do with influencers. Companies sponsor, if they see a value of sponsoring a team or sponsoring a broadcast, they will do it. That's the challenge, right? So basically, it's the condition of the merger. So in this case, whose trophy achievements in the past are to be considered? Ripam both Mohun Bagan and Atletico de Kolkata and ATK. What's a merged entity? It comes from both, right? You bring in from this side, you bring in from this side, and then you merge, so you bring all the trophies together as well. Otherwise, why would you say that Mohun Bagan Super Giants has won X number of trophies in the ISL? Do you think certain countries go across all sports because of natural talent, or better or other nation natural talent missing? Morally different reasons. As I said, multi-sports success is built on some sort of structure. America has some sort of structure. The Chinese have a totally different kind of structure. Japanese, Koreans, the Germans. I mean, if you look at them, we can look at the medal tally, right? Let's go there. Let's go there. Let me go to the current medal count. The current medal count is China ahead, 32 gold medals, 77 in total. The Americans have 30 gold medals, but 104 medals in total. So ahead of most other nations. Australia has 18 gold medals, are third. France, 14. Great Britain, 14, fifth. Japan, South Korea, 13 both, are sixth and seventh. Italy, Germany, Netherlands have all got 11 gold medals, right? So these are the top 10, right? So if I go down, where is India? One second, let me see. India is 65th. Huh? 1 silver and 4 bronze, right? And if I go down, yeah, the worst ranked nations are 80th. So that's the reality, right? There have been, 1 second, 58 countries, including now Pakistan, have at least gotten a gold medal, right? So this is the reality of where Indian sports stands, right? If you ask me. So they also remove ATK now. So how can you count ATK trophy? Sanskar, because it's a continuation. The license that they have is under ATK. So if you're merging two clubs, you bring in the successes of both, right? You don't bring only success of one side. You can't say, okay, I bring in oil from Mohun Bagan, but I forget what, at ATK or Atletico de Kolkata brings in. Also, had once that if a lend some money to a club, is that possible? No. I've seen Wrexham documentary. Contrary to Bollywood actors, Ryan Reynolds will be involved every week with CEO, even though they are in fourth tier. Um, See, Ryan Reynolds, even more than Ryan Reynolds, I think Rob McElhenney is the one who is involved in Wrexham, and I think Wrexham is a very interesting story. But maybe they look to be more involved than they actually are. So their CEO Humphrey and their advisors and the chairman and other people, they run the club. They're just there for the show or to put in money into it. Um, and again, to a Ryan or a Rob could not run Wrexham. They need the experts, and they brought in the experts, right? It's this Humphrey guy who's this English origin guy who was in Hollywood who convinced these guys to do it, and the rest, as they say, is history. And they brought in experts to do it. That's why they're successful. Hypothetically, if Goenkas and Mulman AC part ways, who will play ISL? Mulman AC with someone else as investor, Goenka with another franchise board can play. If third option titles in between, who will get that? Blue, if they part ways, the franchise license lies with Mr. Goenka. So that would mean if Mohun Bagan wants to play with the help of another investor, they would then have to apply with the ISL. Or Mr. Goenka shuts down the shop and hands over the license to Mohun. That could also then there are a lot of permutations. And the trophies remain with both in some sort of form way. Indian Olympic medal count is low because of the opponent is too good. Only you can't, this is to generalize. What development program? Who was my opponent? We've spoken about federation. We've spoken about government. So that's another problem. Do you think our national athletes get a certain sense of complacency when they get some national attention? I feel at the moment there is this problem that India focuses on people who have been successful. They don't success the second or third line of talents or players, athletes who need the support to be able to compete at the top level. I think that's the challenge I think that India has. You're not going to get there, right? That's the thing. Where does it go? So therefore, yeah, that's something. Do you think injury plays a major role in a football career like Ronaldo, Brazil, New Zealand? Yeah, of course. Injury always makes it weak. So can we expect any surprise signings to any team by paying transfer fees? Umair, I think there will be some surprises towards the end of the window. Give it another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think there will be the one another. But I said as post-trophy cabinet, but theirs was Mumbai City 1, AC 2, see, so why they don't count both in one club? I think the ISL counts all of them in one, no? Just 1 second. Let me just check one thing before I say something wrong. Just give me a second. Let me just quickly check something. See, the ISL does something a little differently from what I see. You have the cup winners. In the first 5 years, you only had the cup winners. And because of the AFC and FIFA coming in with the roadmap from 2019, you have the championship and the premiership, so to say, league winners, which now is called championship and cup winners. So therefore, it has switched from cup winners, league winners, cup winners. So therefore, it's a different calculation. Yeah. So therefore, yeah, that's how they're trying to do it. Mohun Bagan Super Challenge is literally a win-win for both parties and for us fans as well. Reform 100%, you know, to the 100%, yeah, but again, that needs to be understood. Which ISIS season do you enjoy most? Only for me, because I was involved fully season 1. Any hint on that signing? Can you just tell team name? Umar, I don't. I'm just speculating. I don't know any transfers at the moment. It's just a hinge, a feeling. Yeah, in one tweet they said that, and confusion start from there. Yeah, that's something. Opponents' medals numbers are bigger than our candidates. Yeah, Shuman. India have been doing pretty decent in various sports over the last 10, 12 years. Not just Olympics and Asian. India was decent in many other fields. Many but I don't have much beyond football, coffee. Yeah, Uchit, but again, the perception is not there, right? Brazil and Argentina are so good in football that covers up for their weaknesses in Olympics. But even though weaknesses, just let me check. Brazil is 19th and has 16 medals, 2 gold medals to show, right? Where is Argentina? Argentina is 3. Yeah, less than India, but 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. So therefore, and let me check Argentina, where is Argentina? 1 is for BMX cycling, hockey, of course, bronze with the women's, and 1 in sailing, right? So therefore, these comparisons are difficult. Do you think Jordan surprised Asia by reaching final? Yes, they do. Your thoughts on Hyderabad FC, and should we bring a club from my league or run it as 12-team league, 12th club league? Utsav, tragic what the situation with Hyderabad is. I have said multiple times now that the ISL most probably will continue with the 12 team as a 12-team league. And yeah. I've made a video earlier today, if you want to watch it, where I try to explain the current situation in compact ways. So therefore, yeah, try and watch it, and yeah, like it as well. And when we talk about likes, those of you who are new, who haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Those of you who are regulars, do like this video. 17 likes so far. Let's get us a few more in. Thank you very much for all your support. Northeast United win 2 matches in Durand Cup. What's if we won Northeast again? They had a chance to win Durand Cup. Sanskar, as I said, I've not watched the matches, and winning Durand, not winning, yeah, let's wait and see. Do the teams need to declare a match day squad before every match? Of how long before the match are they allowed to do so? Match day squad. Your final squad you announce 90 to 60 minutes before a game. Just watched Johnny Abraham do a rated client on it. He said he has no money to fight against ISF teams. He's planning to set not to put his stance in India. Average footy, yeah, what to say. John, compliments to what he's tried to do over the last 10 years. Academy thing, he's been talking about it for years. Yeah, so yeah, people are not coming forward. When you said our past is not that much glory, but no one mentioned we are good, your thoughts? The problem is nobody wants to talk about nobody wants to talk about the harsh truths. 50s and 60s, Maidan movie, hey, we were great. We did the biggest mistake in those times. We focused, until today, we focus on the Asian Games. Asian Games is Asian Cup, World Cup. Those are the things which are important for us. 1950, we didn't take part. That is the biggest blunder of the history of Indian football, that the AIFF didn't take part. And we're not recovering from that. I think if we had played the 1950 World Cup, who knows where our football would be today. And of course, we could say, hey, you know what? We are a country which has played a World Cup. That's it. That to me is it. That is the big thing that I would have said, you know? So therefore, for me, biggest blunder, again, other people think otherwise, but yeah, that's what I think, what I feel. Sir, will you see the Darwin Durand or not? If you can, please do. I want to see your views. I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch it. You know, might clash with local football over here. So let's see. Let's see if I will be able to watch or not. What from Monroe you expect in the national team and club FC Goa? Sanskar, national team, let him settle down. I expect nothing. I want him to create a new positive atmosphere in and around the team. Not expecting too many results. I don't also expect too many changes. And FC Goa, I don't like. FC Goa is a difficult one. A lot of changes. Very mixed group of foreigners. Very unusual. Normally they have a lot of Spaniards. So let's see. If John really delivers his word, I'm damn sure Northeast will be the best feeder club in India, and he's also wants to bring foreign coaching academy. Also, he wants funding for academy. Average footy, let's hope. And again, but the hope is something which I've given up on. You know, a lot of people, even I could tomorrow say, you know what, I want to open an academy, and I hope that people fund it. I could do the same. Nobody would do that, but you know, that's the reality. Can you tell why ISF are not announcing Mohammedan FC name? Shumon, because I think Mohammedans still have not fulfilled certain criteria. After not participating World Cup is blunder, do you think any other blunder? More we've been committing blunders left, right, and center. Look, FIFA suspension, this, that, everything. Indian football has committed many blunders, and people don't want to recognize that and want to work on those things to improve ourselves. That's our biggest challenge, I feel, at the moment. Huge challenge for Indian football to get out of this, difficult phase. What was your role in Mumbai City FC, and if you're comfortable, why did you leave? I was officially the CEO, so I was running the affairs of the club, but actually I was, CEO, sporting director, sort of. We had a technical director, but I was sporting director. I was more involved on the football side of things, sat on the draft and other things, and I wasn't happy with the structure. I left after 6 months. I resigned myself and went home, came back to Germany because I said to myself, I wasn't happy with the results. I put a team together. I think I put the best team together that you can have. Didn't win. And I've got high standards for myself. I think nobody else in that league has had or has those standards that I've had. So I go home. Thank you very much. If you become president for what would you do during your tenure? Murali, it's not so easy. You have to have the right people around you to be able to do something. And there's so many things to change in football. Hi Kumar, welcome back. Which ASA club 6 former players are so much diverse means all 6 from different league? No, Goa to me has foreigners from all over the place, right? From all over the world. So therefore, that's what I meant by that. So that's that. Those of you who haven't, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to Arunfoot. If you haven't, as I said, like, share. If you haven't subscribed, 17 likes only. We're very low today, and 1,440. So thank you for all of you who are following. What's the only case at the Supreme Court? Will it warrant further FIFA bans in India? Ripam, supposedly the Supreme Court is to decide on the new constitution of India. That was the leeway that FIFA had given. But the Supreme Court of India, and if the AIFF goes some wrong way after that, judgment is made, or the judgment with the direction is wrong, it's I don't think FIFA bans are coming at the moment, but you never know. Can you explain what's the difference in sporting director or director of football in European club context? Is potentially the same thing. It's just how much of power and control you potentially have. Hi, Karam. Same question. Yusuf, your role in Punjab FC and why you left the job. I was an advisor, strategic advisor when the club was being formed. Helped the club to set certain things up. Uh, uh, you know, um, so that's that. And at some stage, the owner wanted to go a different path, a different way, and yeah, we parted ways, as is very normal in football. Is any domestic income in Mumbai City or not? Sanskar, they're trying, nothing confirmed. Marco Materazzi's season, Chennai, see what a season it was. El Mendy, Elano, legend player. Yeah, man, very good players. Very good coach as well. So yeah, that was that in season one of the Indian Super League. That was a strong team that Chennai had, and Chennai were in the first few years always someone to be very wary of, very dangerous, right? Very dangerous. Can FIFA decision overturn by CAS? Yes, Morali said that yesterday, right? Can always be if they don't think it's right. Not playing World Cup football reasons. Some articles claim that time off officials thought it was more important. Some claim they didn't want to play boots. Some say money problem. So, Blue, the money problem part is out of the question. FIFA was willing to sponsor India's flights. You know, so therefore that's out. The thing that the officials didn't take it seriously. Yes, that's a fact, and the boots was used as that fact. So therefore, from that perspective, uh, uh, you know, uh, so therefore, yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But these are the biggest mistakes we've done. When we'll do live with Musa Hari Bhai Sanskar very soon. Kumar, I know that this Anwar drama should go to the backstage. We're probably forward should take the mentors as the H word quality coaches and coaching grassroots and development. Kumar, I would love to, um, to me, I've realized that fans are not bothered. You know, if I look at what kind of content I've made over the last month, if you see the numbers, the Anwar Ali thing has gotten by far the most views. Yeah, even more than Manolo appointment as India coach. So that's the reality. You guys here might be the exception, but the fans want to hear about uh, um, the fans want to know about transfers, want to know, there's some controversy in there, but they're not interested in the future of Indian football in that way. They just want to see their teams be successful. Second, you analyze PFC squad till now for this season and what they still need. Karam, I haven't fully looked at the squad, to be honest. I've overflown it a few times. I've looked at a few names of few players, but I've not really delved into that in detail. What do you think women's team had high hopes, but it would play, but Corona destroyed? Yeah, reality. Do you think because of the less problem, this Anwar type situation happens? Otherwise, we're not going for the Anwar. Oh, they've gone for him because, again, we have a lack of talent. Hi, Sushma. I beg to differ. Anwar is also a landmark case, and information info is also important, as is the game. Yeah, but we are in a very weird scenario, I would say, that where we need to find sort of solutions to the problems, and people are bothered about uh, about transfers or scandals or other things. Therefore, these are very tough at the moment. Another, these fans are in La La Land, as you say. Kumar, very well said. Less players. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, less. That's the problem. More, I said earlier when we were talking about Indonesia, they're doing things right. I wouldn't know about the money part. They've done a lot of things right. The Indonesian league is big. They have crazy fan bases, crazy derbies. So that's it. They think Saudi league would end on like Chinese league, buying supers instead of investing youth. Utsav, the Saudis are in a better position because they are regular World Cup team. If you see, they were the only team to beat Argentina in the last World Cup, and they're technically a good side. So that comparison is very different. Let's see how much money they continue to spend. That'll be something for me to watch. Are they in a position? Are they desirable for themselves to be putting that much of money into the league in the long run? Let's see. That's the difference. The Chinese had problems, financials, COVID. If COVID didn't hit, if the economic downturn didn't hit China, I don't know if we would be talking about in the same way, or if things would be different then. These are all, as I say, these are all realities, and therefore we have to fight and our own battles in Indian football to try and be better and try to compete with these countries, right? And we are at the moment, sadly, we're nowhere near. That's the reality. Very tough, very very tough, guys. All right, so once more, those of you who haven't, please like this video, subscribe, share, grow the community. Does China stop taking football seriously? No, they take it as seriously as earlier. But again, football, or the Chinese have had their problems in team sports. If you look at individual sports, they're winning a lot of medals. But team sports is something which they're struggling, especially on the men's side, really. The women sometimes, be it, let's say, field hockey, be it football, they're better in that. You've run a club. What do you think both Delhi FC and Imam East Bengal is trying to collect that they have asked for extension? No clue. I think they're trying to buy time and maybe hope that they find something which they can use, but they're not finding, most probably. They don't want to, What's your take on East Bengal Premier round? Will they cross that? I do not think in that way they will lose badly after seeing Durand Cup performance. Kumar, I think Durand Cup is not the standard. No one should get carried away if a team is playing well or bad in Durand. Durand has just become to me a sort of a useless preseason tournament. And we will see how good or how bad East Bengal is on the 14th. At the moment, very difficult to judge. Their opponents, very difficult to judge. They're difficult to judge. So let's see. Which position will be difficult playing in later stage career? Is it forward, defense? Murli, I think it depends on the individual player. If you look at, let's say, Pepe, Portugal, good example. Pepe, central defender, top. Ronaldo, up front. In your opinion, does hosting Olympics or FIFA tournaments a bad economic move? No, I don't think so. I think economically, yes, you will have to spend money. But if I look at the under 17 World Cups that India's hosted, this helped a lot in our infrastructure, which wasn't there earlier. So from that perspective, it has helped us. And then what are other spendings, right? Do you think I-League is more competitive than Durand? Yeah, 100%. Durand is, I don't know. Do you have information about Altin Asir? I think Altin, I think everyone has got the same bit of information. They are second in their in the Turkmenistan league. Yeah, good team for Turkmenistan. Built on local players. I think that's also something. Their manager has been there for 10 years. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if we're good enough to beat them or not. But I would hope East Bengal make it. But this is a settled team we'll be playing. But again, they're playing without foreigners. Let's see. What is your take on how franchises are successful in the J League? These franchises become successful clubs in Japan. Transition is successful. Kumar, some of the clubs will see themselves as clubs. Some of them might still see themselves as franchisees, but they have been able to create a local connect. They build on the strong foundation of grassroots and youth football in Japan, which is via schools and universities, and the overall planning of the Japanese. That's the main thing. And they themselves have done a lot. Infrastructure, of course, especially World Cups and other things. So therefore, that's happened, which is not happening in Indian football, right? So these are our sort of drawbacks, challenges, and in my opinion, the challenges are not less. Yeah. So therefore, that's something where we are stuck at the moment, right? So therefore, where we are. Which way did impress you most in India abroad during early stages? Uh, at the early stages, if I go back under 17, many years back, there was this guy, not Malswam Tulunga, but Malswama, exceptional guy, trickery and all. International guy called Timo Heinz, but you will not know him. As a play football manager, I always thought sporting director have a holistic over director of football only looks at transfers. No. It's a it is director of football, head of football is directive, yeah. Is the same. Blue, Abhishek, Suryavanshi, Deepak Tangan, and Suresh, who have the best one to play nationally of the Jigs and Stadium. Suresh. Abhishek Suryavanshi will take some time, but if you want a destructor, then Deepak Tangan is a man. But I think at the moment I would go with Suresh Wangjam as my defensive player in the national team. If you ask me, that would be the player that I would look at and try and utilize besides Apuya. Right, more than 1.5 hours, guys. Didn't even realize that we've been talking for so long. Does Indian clubs also have technical directors? No. Head of football is like a technical director. When you say our players lack basics, same as in goalkeeping, yes, more they lack basics in everything. It's not just strikers, midfielders, defenders, all players. I've got news efforts searching for investors for Kumar. Sorry, Kumar. We've discussed it today. Old news. Nothing has happened. And again, let's see what happens. I would hope that there would be something, but looks difficult at the moment, given the time and everything. So therefore, looks tough. In my opinion, looks very, very tough for Hyderabad FC to survive at the moment. I would say limited situation, I guess. Yeah. So that's that. Right. Utsav, sporting director, the roles of a sporting director, can be different. So therefore, for me, it's not the same for every club, and some clubs have different structures in that. That Sunday there will be press conference. No, yes, I've heard about it. Like and subscribe, Murali. Thank you, and I'll slowly come to an end with this. Over 1.5 hours, over more than a 90-minute match with injury time today. With here on this channel. So thanks a lot, guys, for returning to Arunfoot. As I said, those who haven't, please like this video. If you haven't subscribed to Arunfoot, and watch the other videos that I'm doing as well. Give me some support. So therefore, thanks a lot tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye and good night.